How many of you are thinking, wondering, a little anxious, that maybe you need to have more willpower or discipline to do this whole writing thing? All right, good, good. I'm not big on discipline. And to me, discipline just sounds way too militaristic and suggests punishment, which the science proves does not work. And willpower has failed me far too many times. I don't trust willpower. So how many of you brushed your teeth this morning? Okay, so why did you brush your teeth? Habit. Who said habit? Get a brain. Did you say habit? Sure. Okay. Nobody needed to have a big debate with yourself about whether or not to brush your teeth this morning. No one had to have their dental hygienist call them and remind you to brush your teeth this morning. Did you need your dental hygienist to call you?
I've been trying for months to add nighttime brushing, and I can't do it.
Ah, okay. So adding a new habit and trying to add a new habit in the evening, much harder. Which, perfect segue, by the way, for the whole brain research on decision fatigue. You have a limited cognitive capacity for making decisions. And every time you use that capacity to make a decision, you use just a tiny bit of that. And over the course of the day, you're using more and more. And you make a lot of decisions. The average person makes 200 decisions a day just about food. And that's not even the days you go to the grocery store. Your capacity to make decisions, it becomes weaker throughout the day. That's why willpower doesn't work. That's why so many diets fail in the evening at 9 o'clock or at 6 o'clock or whenever. You've had that experience of feeling completely wiped out, I can't make another decision. You're nodding your head so vigorously, I'm sending you a brain. Yeah. So your capacity for decisions, your capacity for willpower will abandon you. Over the course of my life, I've had my willpower abandon me so many times, and always right when I need it most. So I just don't trust it anymore. I use habits. Habits mean you don't have to get up in the morning and debate about whether or not you're going to brush your teeth. Habits mean you don't have to have an argument. You don't even have to make a decision about whether or not you're going to do that thing, because having the habit takes the decision out of the equation. Not only that, but habits are actually strengthened throughout the day. The more you use a habit, the stronger it gets. So it's the exact opposite of willpower. So the more you use a habit, it's because a behavior is a complex series of neurons firing in the brain. It's called neural pathway. So these complex, intricate series of neurons are firing, and that's what allows you to do that behavior, or have that thought, or decide you're going to do this. So every time you repeat a certain pattern down the neural pathway, there's a little bit of myelin that gets laid down on that pathway. It's actually the white matter in the brain. It's the fatty tissue of the brain. And so being a fathead is not a bad thing. What the myelin does is it insulates that pathway. It makes it just a little bit faster and a little bit more efficient. And every time you practice the habit, you're reinforcing that neural pathway, you're insulating it, you're creating it, making it stronger and stronger. So that's the brain science behind why habits work. How many of you brushed your teeth this morning? All right, those of you with your hands in the air, you have all the willpower and all the discipline you need to write.